Hello everybody. This video is going to show you how to obtain the sequences from GenBank uh, for our RICE project. So what I've done is I've loaded up a query from our list. So whatever number of the insertion you got, I got number 5. So I'm going to work with number 5 today. So I put it in the query here. And then I just run BLAST against the nucleotide database. Okay, so here's our results. Okay, but to look at them first, let's click on graphic summary. And so I'm going to click on graphic summary, and here are the results seen in graphic format. The first two are full length matches, so these two red boxes match the query completely, whereas these other 4 have a gap. There's a gap right here, but they still match quite well at the beginning of the query and at the end. And then here we have a whole bunch of matches in the middle that represent the inserted DNA that we are investigating. So we don't want these because these are just random out the genome, not where you are looking. These are though where we're looking. So the first one is the Japonica group. So we don't want that one. We don't want anything with Japonica group because we have that sequence already. Okay, these are just different people, but the source of the DNA is basically the same. But these, on the other hand, are different cultivars. So here, this is actually indica, which is really cool because we don't have any seeds for indica for our project. So we can pull in sequence from that. So there's 4 here that are indica cultivars. Okay, cultivar, same as variety. Okay, so we're going to obtain the sequence from these 4 cultivars and put them into a multiple FASTA file. So to do that is pretty straightforward. We click on alignment and it pops us down to the alignment. Okay, so we were looking at the Shishui 498, and so that's there. And it has 2 ranges, right, which comes from the graphic that is here. Right, so the 2 ranges, you can see one red box and then the other red box. But because of the way BLAST works, it may not be in order. And so the range 1 here actually starts from query 1430 to 2430. Okay, so that's the second box. So we go down to the range 2, and then you see it starts query 1 to 1001. So that's the first one. So we're going to take this one first. So we just click on GenBank. And then to get it in a nice format, let's click on FASTA. And now let's copy that into our Word document. Like that. Okay. And now let's get the second one. So we close this file, this tab. And now we go back up a little bit into range 1. We click on range 1, GenBank, FASTA, and then I'm going to copy and paste this one into the file, but this time I'm not going to get the comment. Okay, I don't want this comment anymore because it'll mess up my sequence. So I just want DNA sequence like that. So range 2 and then range 1. Now they may not all be that way. Okay, they may be in the right order. You just have to use your knowledge and figure it out. Okay, so now let's go back up to the top and go back to our graphic summary, and let's go to the second one like that. Okay, so this is that one. So again, this time it did the same. The back came out first, so let's go down here to this one, pull up the GenBank and FASTA. So I'm going to, because it's the beginning of the sequence, I'm going to take the comment line so that it starts building my sequence like that. Okay, so I have one record, that was the first one, and now this is the second record, which is a different DNA sequence. Close that tab, and now let's go and get this one. And you can see, quite surprisingly, I think, there's very little difference between the indica and the japonicas here. So that's going to be kind of interesting. So we'll get the last bit of our sequence here and paste it there. And it doesn't matter that it doesn't look very pretty right here. We're not going to bother cleaning that up. Okay, so that's the second one. Let me do it 2 more times and quickly. Okay. Copy that, paste, close window, go back up to the second one, faster, copy that, paste, and let me get the last one, because if you can hear, my cat is complaining that it is now supper time, and if I don't feed him, he will continue to fuss at me. Yes, Puck. Oh, and here comes the other cat, telling me that it is time to eat. The cat's science stops for no one. Okay, so when you're done with this part, you should have as many sequences as necessary and in your alignment. Okay, so I had 4 that said that they were cultivars of indica, so I now have 4 in my alignment here. And before I forget, I'm going to put my sequence from Nippon-bari in here as well. Okay. And now I will pause the recording and continue after feeding the cats.